What are the best free online certificates you can complete that will actually look good on a resume? Attention. If you plan to give examples of a bad/inappropriate email address on a resume, do not post an email address, even if it's obviously fake. Rather use something like childish email here. Otherwise your comment will not be seen. We do not allow any type of personal information, even if it's supposed to be fake. See rule #4 for more details. Thanks. I'm a bot. And this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit, /message/compose/to=r/askreddit if you have any questions or concerns. Not free but very cheap. $50. Google Analytics Cert. Edit. Actually I was wrong. I haven't been certified in a while, and it used to be $50. It's free now. HTTPS link. Worth also mentioning, Google AdWords and Facebook ads have their own free online certification courses to go with it. If marketing is your jam, every small business could use somebody who knows how to run an ad. And if you're looking to break into digital marketing as a career, they're absolute necessities. Edit. Other commenters have pointed out that the Facebook certification isn't free. They're correct, the courses are free. The certification costs a bit and has to be performed by a proctor. edX and Midx has a ton of free courses online. After the course you can get a certificate from them by passing a test that costs anywhere from free up to $500, but most are around $50. HTTPS link. edx. org/accessories. Back 5 years ago MIT announced badges where you could take MIT courses and then if you passed an online test you would get a badge that said you knew the subject. While I can find a poster for it, HTTPS link, I cannot seem to find the MIT site to use. Blank. Deleted. FEMA certification. It's long and repetitive, but it looks good to employers, so they understand that you have knowledge of a basic command structure and how to handle adverse situations. Edit. For anyone looking for the link, here it is. HTTPS link. Courses are under independent study. Edit. Wow, I'm glad so many of you found this helpful or at least interesting. Thank you for the gold, kind stranger. Also for those asking about programs like this in other countries, this was the closest lead that I could find. Link. I completed these for my resume as I applied at FEMA. I remember most of it's just common sense. I got the job, but forgot most of the small details on those tests. So here's hoping common sense pays off. YouTube offers a certification in audience growth and development. It's a requirement for some job listings and people are always impressed when you say you're certified. Edit. Turns out there are limitations on who is eligible for certification. I was working at an MCN at the time, managing one of the largest channels on the site when I got certified. When applying for other jobs, every one of them said YouTube certified is a plus or must be YouTube certified. Edit 2. The certification process is a long one and is mostly slideshows. A series of videos and fake scenarios, with a multiple choice quiz after each section. It covers best practices for upload schedules, thumbnails, banners, description layout, tags. Really everything there is about YouTube. At the end you get a PDF from Google saying you are officially certified. This is interesting. Is it free or a reasonable fee? You can get 6 Sigma white belt for free. Looks great for supply chain majors. The problem is that there are like 5 more belts that get hella expensive. Not free depending on the state you live in. But look into becoming a notary public. You are able to notarize legal documents. I've had a couple of friends ask if I can stop by their offices to notarize documents for people. Super useful to have around. In eyes. It's $15 to take the test. And if you pass 70% minimum of multiple choice, it's $60 to get the license. But I've definitely gotten my value for it. And it's good for the entire state. Damn, that's cheap. In Arizona you have to buy like $5K in bonds or something. Actually I just checked again. It looks like you have to get a $5K bond that costs $25 and the registration fee is another $25. Salesforce Trailheads. It will teach you how to use and operate any part of Salesforce and is completely free. Lots of companies don't understand how to operate their own Salesforce, so this could get you a high-paying job free. Edit. People keep asking what Salesforce is. Salesforce is a way for a company to track everything that is done at a company. For example, Amazon, when you create an account you create a profile that they put into Salesforce that keep track of who you are. This information then can be used to sell to you, creating a custom experience. Another use could be a bank that has many customers and want to know which customers are the most loyal, have the most referrals and other such factors. Edit #2 changed it to correct name Salesforce Trailhead. Thank you, employee of Salesforce. I read your comment. I currently use Salesforce and had no idea this was a thing. Kudos. HTTPS link. I had to do it a few years ago for a hospital I worked at. It's a basic little certification that shows you understand the signs of heart attack and also goes into why people are reluctant to get help. It doesn't give you a CPR certification or anything, but the idea is, if you catch it early enough you won't have to do compressions. Good info in it. Edit. Neat. I'm at work tonight and unable to respond to everyone, but as other people have said, if someone becomes unresponsive to compressions, don't waste your time trying to figure out if they're having a heart attack. To the people who took the little course offered on the website, I really hope you found it valuable. Edit 2. Yes, please do check for a pulse before cracking ribs. I've seen them done on people who weren't actually in cardiac arrest and they did not enjoy it. Should have included that in the last edit. Does it cover specific information about heart attack symptoms in women? NPTEL. I don't know, they offer courses for global users. I enrolled one course about information security. It was pretty good. They gave me certificate, hard copy. HTTPS link. NPTEL. AC. /Explorer. Edit. I didn't expect that this thread will get this much attention. So, I'd like to elaborate this topic a bit. First of all, my apologies for giving the wrong URL. I have now updated the correct URL. Register with your Gmail ID. For those wondering, NPTEL, National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning, is a joint initiative of the IITS and IISC. Through this initiative, they offer online courses and certification in various topics. I'm not sure they offer courses for international users. Course is free, but you need to pay for the exam and certification. At the time of enrolling a course in NPTEL I paid 1000 rupee INR. I got a certificate, hard copy. The certificate is pretty neat. Decent. Well framed. I enrolled a course titled Information Security. It was 6-level course. I completed only 1 level. They provide assignments during the course. You need to complete the assignments in order to be eligible for the exam. You can view list of online certification courses from NPTEL to be offered between July to November 2017 in this link, https link. If you have a public library card, lots of cities partner with lynda.com, which you can access for free through your public library's portal. Normally the subscription is about $800 a year. I don't think there are certifications, but there's tons of courses and learning paths. You do get little certificate badges at the end, which you can add to LinkedIn, if you use that. The National Highway Institute has plenty of free courses pertaining to NEPA, engineering, traffic, transportation planning, and tons more at https link. There are web-based training solutions and classroom style. Many are free, others you have to pay. And for professionals, some of the courses offer credits. To the general public, it would benefit you to know some of this stuff. Especially eminent domain / right of way acquisition and the Relocation Uniform Act. Blank. / bookmarks to forget about later. That's why I create a Reddit account simply for saving stuff, so I have a good resource to review it when I have time. When Reddit becomes useful all of a sudden. 4 years Reddit experience. 2013 Reddit Gold Coin Award recipient. Expertise with over 24 subscription forums. Awarded over 100 upvote. And this is how you BS a resumes and girls. Blank. Not sure if it's still available for free, but you could get a WIPO certificate if you're interested in patents and trademarks. HTTPS link. The exam was easy, but it was a lot of work and reading, so only do this if you want to be a patent clerk or something like that. But hey, if it was good enough for Einstein, then why not? Nice. I know a few companies trying to trademark the coexist logo. If you are a programmer who uses databases, MongoDB is providing free MongoDB certification at university. mongodb.com/courses. This is a great way to get certified on one of the leading NoSQL databases out there. Deleted. FEMA offers hundreds of free courses and certificates online that cover several topics and interests all related to emergency management. Being a notary public is pretty inexpensive, and you can study and take the course online. It's about as hard as an average driver's test. You just have to go to a courthouse to pay and do an oath and sign the book. And then you also pay for your stamp. But all total, at least in my instance, you're hardly out $50. Almost every business needs a notary. So it's really handy to have, and you can practice anywhere in the state where you are certified. In Indiana, you just need a $50 surety bond and pass the online test. It was 10 questions and the answers were provided prior to the test. Took me less than 30 minutes, including purchasing the surety bond and getting it emailed to me online from my bank. Append Classroom's HTTPS link has some certifications. It's also a pretty good site. On the EPA website, you can get a certificate for NPTEL, National Pollution Discharge Elimination System. Will be good for any environmental, energy, chemical, or related field job. Edit. HTTPS link recorded. Scroll down section 1. Environmental engineer here. And I agree with that. National Incident Management System, NIMS/Incident Command System, ICS. They are online courses available through FEMA that teach you how to operate during an incident. Very useful for police, fire, and EMS jobs because you use the skills on every call. OP is going to be a god in a few months. OP will start doing a few of them and then give up within a week. IBM Watson Analytics 101. It may only be free for students, but it does give you a certification. My professor said this would be good to have on your resumes and will assure you really understand the power of big data analytic tools. HTTPS link. AI/courses/introduction Watson Analytics/. Personally, I'm a fan of the online ASL course. No matter what your job is, or the odds of running into someone who is hard of hearing, it's effectively learning a new language and being able to communicate with a good chunk of the population. It is especially good for any service industry, public sector, or communications job. Edit. One thing to keep in mind is that just knowing ASL doesn't mean that you know the culture. Deaf/HH community is very deep and diverse. If you are interested in learning more than the basics, to assist I highly recommend learning about the culture a bit. Close bracket. Where can you do this? And is it free? I'm a paramedic, and I think this would come in handy. Get it? Handy? Hands? ASL. I'll leave. UNDSS. Org. Basic and Advanced Security in the Field. Mandatory for all UN employees. Often a requirement for other non-military institutions involved in humanitarian missions. Even if you don't do stuff like that, it gives you a nice base layer in terms of traveling abroad. This site worked for me. HTTPS link. The Digital Garage by Google. HTTPS link. It shows that you have knowledge of how online marketing, analytics, AdWords, email marketing etc. works. It's a good introductory certificate and you can put it up on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for this. I decided to give this a try and I completed it today. Is there a direct link to put it up on LinkedIn? If you enjoyed this video then hit the like button and subscribe if you'd like to see more future videos.